Now we're going to solve a system of equations that has fractional coefficients. This will involve some important work at the very start of our problem. Let's read our helpful hint. First, find the LCD of all the fractions in the top equation and multiply each term of that equation by this LCD. Now, find the LCD of the fractions in the bottom equation. Multiply each term of that equation by this LCD. Now use these two new equations to solve the system. Let's see how we can go about using this hint to help us. In our top equation, 2/3 x minus 1/5 y equals 2, we have 3 and 5 as denominators, so the LCD would be 15. In our second equation, there's only one fraction, 4/3, so the LCD there would just be 3. What I'm going to do is to multiply every term in the top equation by 15. Let's see what happens. 3 goes into 15 5 times. 5 times 2 is 10x. 5 goes into 15 3 times. 3 times negative y would be negative 3y. And 15 times 2 is 30. Now in the second equation, I'm going to multiply everything by 3. So 3 times 4/3 x would just give me 4x. 3 times 4y would give me 12y. And 3 times 4 equals 12. I'm going to solve this system of equations by the addition method. I really would like this top equation to have a negative 12y. So when I added it, the opposites would drop out. So I'm going to multiply everything in the top equation by 4. Let's see what happens. 4 times 10x would be 40x. 4 times negative 3y would be negative 12y. And 4 times 30 would be 120. When I add these equations together, I get 44x equals 132. If I divide both sides by 44, I get x equals 3. Now, what I need to do is to erase my work and go back and see if I can find out what y is. I'm going to go back to this equation here, which was so easy to work with. 10x minus 3y equals 30. If I know x equals 3, I have 10 times 3 minus 3y equals 30. 10 times 3 is 30. Now watch something happen here. If I were to add negative 30 to each side of the equation, I get minus 3y equals 0. When I divide both sides by negative 3, 0 divided by negative 3 gives me 0. So my answers are x equals 3 and y equals 0. If I write that as an ordered pair, this is the ordered pair 3, 0. Solving fractional coefficient equations is a little tricky. In those first two steps, we have to clear away all the fractions by multiplying each equation by the LCD of that equation.